Welcome back to Artistic Tuesday. This is Life and Style. And yeah, remember to, keep in touch with us on our social media platforms as KTN Life and Style on Facebook, KTN Life_Style on Twitter and Instagram. SMS is 22840. We're all about paint and brush, canvas and paint. And on the show today, we've got Remy, who does some amazing things. The only thing I could get was Cubism. Is it Cubism? I said that right?
Yep.
Okay, welcome to the show, Remy.
Thank you.
A brief introduction to the viewers before we get to the amazing pieces of art that I see right here.
Well, my name is Remy Musindi. I was born in a small village in Western Province, now Kakamega County.
Okay.
And I started art at a very young stage. Actually, I didn't know it was art.
No? What were you doing?
I was carving from wood.
That would be
My
a
father
kind of
could
thing.
not afford to buy me toys,
Okay.
so I implemented
You made your own toys?
toys, yes,
Out of wood?
and clay molding.
Tule tugari?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, that is how I started.
How old were you then?
Around 6 years, I think.
You know when they say people who are born with art in them, that's just it.
Oh, probably, I think so.
So you went into high school still. Did you get into, when did you get into, painting, drawing?
Before I went to high school, my peers, when they saw me doing what I did in
that was
carving,
the carving.
they told me, your cards look very good. I didn't know that was art. When I went to primary school, is when I started now drawing with pencils. But at that time, we were not, there was no subject on art in school. Okay. So I used to do it on my free time. And sometimes I used to draw superstars, like movie superstars.
Oh,
And
local or international?
no, there used to be movie theaters, and every weekend there used to be a movie, and I mean pictures are put in the papers for the movie.
Okay.
And that is what I used to copy and draw. So my peers as well in school, in primary school, saw it and they said, this is good. One time, I was drawing a picture of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, our first president. And in class, when my other classmates were looking at what I had drawn, our class teacher came in.
Wow,
When he came in, I thought, now this is it.
trouble.
I'm going to suffer. He came in and said, what are you doing? They said, all of them just, they didn't answer. So he came around and picked the artwork. Said, who did this? They said, they just pointed at me. And I was trembling now, thinking that I'm done.
Yeah.
He told me, this is interesting. Come with me. He took me to the headmaster. The headmaster looked at the artwork and he said, this is very good. You're an artist.
Oh, goodness.
Rather than me being beaten, now I was appreciated. And that is when I knew this is art. My father was called, he was told that your son is talented. You should be able to, if you can help him, he can go ahead to be an artist, a good artist. So from there, I went to secondary school. I didn't have the privilege of joining a school that offers art. So I didn't give up.
You still did it on your free time?
I did it free time, and again I registered as a private candidate for that subject. So I did art in class alone in an exam room.
Oh my God, that's very, very
Yes.
interesting. They gave you a teacher?
No, I didn't have a teacher.
So
I
how
used
did
to do
you-
my own research.
So this school
Yes.
had an art class with one student.
The school didn't have an art class.
So you registered for the
I
exam?
just told the teacher, my headmaster, that I want to register for art because I'm talented. I think I can do it. So that is what happened. I did that and I passed very well in Form 4.
Oh my good Lord.
When I passed, I went to A-levels. I did the same thing. The school that I joined didn't offer art. I went on to register again as a private candidate. Fortunately, in this school, there was somebody who was also talented. And he told me, do you mean you can sit for an exam without being taught? I told him, yes, I did that in O-level.
Cool.
We can do that in A-level. So he went with me all the way to the exam class again.
And you passed?
I passed with an A.
Oh, goodness. This is beyond faith. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know how to call it too, because it surprised me too.
Yeah, it's very surprising.
Yes.
But, you know, believing in yourself in such a way that you do the, you know, almost impossible and actually, you know, stand out after all that. So you knew, I think, from that moment when you were almost getting punished,
Yes.
you knew this is your calling and you had to take it to that other level that is there. Probably you didn't even know that I'm going to make money out of this, but it's something that you really were passionate about.
Definitely. I had not come to Nairobi by that time, so I didn't know art sales. I didn't know. So
You were just satisfying some
yeah,
fire
I was
inside
just trying
you.
to do my best, my passion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the professional. How did you even notice that, you know, this is actually an industry where I can make money and as well as satisfy the fire that's burning inside me?
That is when I came to Nairobi. My guardian was my sister who was working in Nairobi. So during vacations, she called me to Nairobi to stay in his house, in her house, sorry. And that is when I knew that art sells. And I started going to galleries and seeing what is happening, see what people are selling and what type of art they are doing. From that time is when,
You started doing it professionally. How many
Yes.
years ago was this?
28 years?
Twi- twin.
28.
Wow.
Almost 30, I think.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So what? You know, I'm just thinking that's almost my age, you know.
Probably.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So what kind of art do you do? I talked about cubism at the start of the show. What is cubism? Do we have it on set today?
Yes, we do. The small one, can I see?
It's over
there is
here.
a small one.
Is it?
That we see the Maasai images.
Yes, I see that.
That is Cubism, yeah?
Okay.
Cubism is art that an artist does by the use of geometrical shapes. Images, you draw images, but you use geometrical shapes.
Oh wait. So you complete with the rulers?
Not with rulers.
Okay.
You can do that if you want, but that will be now design. But
Oh,
this
that-
art is supposed to be freehand. So if you can draw a straight line, it's supposed to be just by your hand.
Okay.
Yes.
So these geometrical shapes you do with your hand without the help of a ruler at all?
I don't use rulers. You don't have to use rulers in fine art. We are taught not to use rulers. Although professionally, I'm a graphic designer, so it is acceptable for you to use rulers there. Then,
Okay.
yeah,
That is cubism.
yes,
And then we've got this other kind of art that is,
Yeah.
well, when I look at it, I'd go like, realism, no?
no.
That's the other one. You used the huge one
No,
that I couldn't
I
say.
would like to call it narrative impressionism.
Narrative impressionism.
Yes.
Interesting. What is it?
It simply means the artwork has got a story behind.
Okay.
Yes.
The narrative bit of it comes into play.
Yes.
Okay. So what we're looking at right here, this is narrative
It is
impressionism.
Yes.
Okay. This.
Yes.
There's a story here. What is
There
the
is.
story here, Remy?
This is a slum, Kenyan slum area. Could be Kibera,
Yeah.
could be Mathare, could be several slum areas in the urban centers.
Okay.
I can't pick on one. It's just
It's
a
just
setting in a slum area.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. All
But
right.
from an area view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. This one is a young Maasai girl. She's holding the young ones of a goat, and that is the mother of the young ones.
Looking up.
Yeah. So there's a story behind that. The story that I imagine from it that makes it very interesting
Okay.
is that this girl is she's tender and she's trying to care for the goat. So it is like, and you see the mother is just looking on. It is like if you make this one a human being and your children, somebody is taking care of your children, how do you feel? How would you feel?
Someone else is taking care of my children. Is it
As
because
you watch,
as I watch?
yes.
It would make me feel probably incapable or no or good. I don't know.
It depends.
It depends with why they're taking care of the child.
The way I felt about it when I was doing it is that the young ones might be in danger,
From the mother.
not from the mother,
From what?
from hyenas or whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This is an grazing ground, and they cannot walk very fast. They've just been born.
Oh, yeah. And they can't keep up with the herd.
Yeah, they can't. So the young lady is taking care of them, carrying them to home, while the mother just watches, and the mother is comfortable. That is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nakwambia, hii kuinterpret art itanimaliza. So we have soko mbili, kuna moja Malimali, sijui general shop, and then you've got this one before we get to that other one. Maybe you can tell us about this.
Now,
The middle one, the one that's right behind you.
I'm sorry that the setup is not the right one. This is supposed to be one piece.
Oh,
It
this
is supposed to be
one piece.
when you put it together, it merges. It's just one piece.
Oh yeah, because I can see
You can see the
Buya Boda.
Yes, the
guy
leg is somewhere.
The leg is on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a slum area street.
What inspired you to capture this particular setting?
Well, my life has been very interesting in a way that I've lived in slums. I've lived in a middle class area. So when I used to live in the slums, this is what I captured.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that they're busy or just the life that what
That's
the setting?
the kind of life that is there. This is a street. You can see the borders are there now.
Yeah.
These are very recent ones, like last year. You can see what they are cooking.
Yeah,
Food is being cooked on the road.
On the road, so they serve the
Yeah,
giddiris
yeah,
and the boshos.
yeah, they give people. So that is kind of the life that goes on there. And then you can see that one is from maybe a supermarket somewhere or a store. You can see somebody with the father with a kid.
Yeah.
That lady there in design, dressing. So
basically, you just capture what goes on there, and that's very,
Yes.
very interesting. But what are the thing that inspires your paintings?
it's life in general. Sometimes it's my own life. When I paint, I find that I can paint myself. I can paint my life. I find myself going there.
What do you mean? Oh, or probably what you're feeling is that.
My imagination, I mean, something that I imagine in my, like I want to be like this, or I missed out on this.
Yeah.
I find it reoccurring every painting that I do sometimes. My feelings, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've told you about that.
Yes.
Those feelings.
Yeah, I wouldn't depict that
They
from
are
that. I'd be
mine.
like,
You can't
yeah,
get it from that.
looks really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
Beba, oh, so cute, and then moving on.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
very, very interesting. So, getting into the industry then, you came to Nairobi, you had this passion to get in, and you found that there's a scene already that
Yes.
is that has artists 28 years ago.
Yes.
I mean, comparing that and now, young artists come here, they've been doing it for a year, probably professionally, and they're like, the market is good, but there's something else that makes you different from them. And what experience is one of them, and what else?
One thing about art is that it's very, I would say, very diverse, very dynamic, and sometimes you wouldn't know what will happen tomorrow when you are thinking about making money from it. For me, sometimes I don't do art because I want to make money from it. There is no money in art.
There is no
That
money
is
in
one.
it.
I can say there is no money, and I can say there is money. Somebody might have started yesterday and he sells for 1 million shillings.
Yeah.
I've been in the field for over 30 years and I might not sell forever. Yes. So it is the passion that moves me. When I came into the market, I didn't know the pricing.
What's the lowest you've ever sold a piece for? Like when you were starting out?
When I was starting out, I did a portrait, a very beautiful one, of a lady. So I took it to a gallery. This gallery manager looked at it and said, this is good, we will exhibit it. So they took it and framed. It wasn't framed, and it was on paper, manila paper. I couldn't afford canvas that time.
Yeah.
So,
You're still doing pencil? Then?
no, it was in watercolor
Okay.
and colored pencils. I couldn't afford the expensive materials,
Yes.
but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real good.
And then?
And it was exhibited. But before it was exhibited, this manager asked me, how much do you want to sell this? I told him that 2,500. He looked at me in amazement. He couldn't believe I'm saying 2,500. So for me, 2,500 was a lot of money. But for him, this piece was worth over 10,000. I didn't know it.
Alikugonga? What
Not
happened?
really.
Did he?
How could Now what happened, they framed it very well and put it on show. and they put on it 4,800 without informing me. And the first night that it was put up, it was sold like that. And another person comes in, a client comes in and say, somebody bought this at this price, it should be 10,000. But it was already bought. So when I went there, they told me, Remy, sorry, we increased your price, so this is your money. So they gave me much more than I was expecting.
Oh my God, that's really nice.
So I was a proud artist at that time.
Great, I'm sure you're still a proud artist even now.
Yeah, but again, I've sold at less that amount. I still do.
You still do?
Because
so
you see, the market is not very lucrative, if I may use that word.
Yeah.
So you go by the market, like in Kenya. If I may ask you, do you have a painting in your house?
I have many.
You are one of the kind.
Well, some I get on this show.
I see.
Most of them I get on this show. But yes, before even this show, I had about three. I had about three before.
You appreciated art
Yes,
then?
I did.
How many of your kind appreciate art in Kenya? Like you've gone to houses, your friends' houses?
Yeah.
How many have original artworks on their walls?
Original?
Yes. Original Kenyan artworks on the walls.
See, that's where the problem is.
Yes. Now, if you go by that, because there is somebody who asked me, can you paint? Can you paint me? I said, yes. And then he told me, can you start? I told him, can you give me your photo? Then he gave me a small photo, a passport photo. I painted it. After 1 week, he came and said, did you paint? I said, yes. Can I see it? I showed him. Then he said, how much? I told him, I don't know, did I tell him 500? Because it was in the slum. I was living in the slums.
Then?
Yeah, and my studio was just in the slum. So he told me, I saw, he frowned. His face frowned, and then I didn't know what that meant. He just left without telling me anything. He never came back. He left that painting with me. He never came back. He died before picking the painting.
Oh, may he so rest
I think I was furious, and
oh my God, you have such a story. And probably as we come to the end of this show,
yes,
over 30 years in the industry, what would you tell the young tax who are trying to get into this particular industry? Maybe you can just take a look into this camera as you talk to them.
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. I will tell the young artists, upcoming artists, that art is not that easy, nor is it a profession that you can be very proud of, that you are making money every day. So if you are doing it, be very careful about what you do, love what you do, and do it for the passion, not for the money. If you do it for the money, we will not have artists in Kenya.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How can people get in touch with you? Are you on social media, a number perhaps?
Yeah. I'm on Facebook, Remy Musindi, and also Nairobi Railway Museum Art Gallery.
Okay.
That is on Facebook only. And my number is 07 14 14 0028.
See that again?
07 14 14 0028.
Thank you so much for coming onto the show, Remy.
Thank you.
Many, many, many more years into the art industry. We need people like you in there.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you're mentoring some young people as well.
I am.
Okay.
I am, yes.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah.
This has been Paintbrush, and of course Remy made our morning absolutely gorgeous. And I hope you're learning, if you're a young tech out there trying to get into this industry, patience is key, passion is key, money should come in second. And we're not saying that you should just, do it and not expect to get money from it, but also the Kenyans out there, embrace art, love art, and support your own. So we're taking a very short commercial break. When we come back, it's all about the visual art. Don't go too far, we'll be right back. You're that guy. People are just walking on the beach, poly, having fun. You're collecting stones.
Me, I'm collecting stones. In fact, I was once called a madman. So,
I can imagine.
Yeah.